Hey curl, hey, my name is Lorens and you might know me as Ringlet Reina. I am a licensed curl specialist in Dallas, Texas, and I am here to give you all the nitty gritty about what I wish people had told me before I went to cosmetology school. So let's get into it. The very first thing that I wish someone had told me is this career costs money. And I don't mean like just going to school, paying for your cosmetology license, getting your hours, things like that. I'm talking about additional education classes. If you want to specialize in something, if you want to be really good at a certain service, if you want to make sure you're always growing and always learning and keeping up with the trends, it's gonna cost you money, and not only in education, but that's also gonna come in a kit, your supplies, everything down from brushes, combs, foils, your website. This is a business. The people who graduate, get a license, and really push forward in their careers spend some money. So just be prepared for that. School honestly starts around $20,000, depending where you go. Aveda was on the higher end of that. So it really just depends on where you decide to go to school to get started and how you decide to pursue your career from then. The next thing that I wish someone had told me was the school wants your money and they don't expect you to graduate. And they don't. My first class that I had was fundamentals at Aveda, and literally my teacher told us to look around, take a look at the 30 some odd people that we had in class, and just keep in mind that they will not graduate with us. Like a majority of them will not graduate with us. And when I tell you they weren't wrong, I think we only had 9 people graduate in our class. And people drop like flies, like absolutely. Between the first couple of weeks towards the last couple of months, people were dropping out of school left and right just because of life, things that had happened. So yeah, keep that in mind. The school is gonna be so excited to get you in the door, have you sign that paperwork, baby. They are so excited to get that 10, 15, 20, 25,000 from you. But honestly, when it comes to you graduating, most of the teachers don't expect you to stick around for long. So just keep that in mind. I know that sounds kind of negative, but it was honestly true. We had less than half graduate. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Okay, so the third thing that I really wish someone had told me, because I got a horrible haircut. We'll talk about that in another video, but you are another mannequin. That's it. Your head of hair, however you go into cosmetology school, you will not be leaving the exact same way. Trust me. Your hair, if you're going in for cosmetology, your hair is gonna get chopped, it's gonna get colored, it might even get damaged. So be very wary of letting other people practice on you. Pay attention to who takes care of their mannequins. Pay attention to who listens in class, who's really good at cuts, who's really good at color. It is going to make such a huge difference, because trust me, if I knew then what I know now, I would not have let any single person touch my hair except one, my Cosmo bestie, Kayla. That's literally it. But you know, hindsight's 2020, so whatever. But just keep in mind, you are another mannequin. Don't let anyone practice on you that you are not comfortable letting them practice on you, or if you are not comfortable with whatever the outcome might be, because honestly, you're in Cosmo school and you're still learning. The outcome might not be as cute as you wanted it to be. You will only be taught the fundamentals. That's it. I honestly thought, when I saw a bunch of videos about this and talked to a couple people in person, I thought they were kind of bullshitting me. I thought they were making that up. No, literally you will only be taught the fundamentals in a very specific textbook that you have, just so you can pass state board, which is your test exam that you take before you get your license. Literally, when it comes to fancy things like balayage, foliage, root melts, formulating with multiple different lines, you're not going to learn any of that in cosmetology school. If you go to a brand focused school like a Veda or Paul Mitchell, you will end up using those products and you will learn those products really well. I highly recommend that you go in depth in learning whatever product line you're working with, because the more comfortable you get with learning new products, the easier it will be for you to use them on clients and also sell them. But literally, when it comes to school, you only learn the fundamentals. So if you're wanting to learn specific techniques, if you're wanting to learn specific looks, styles, things like that, study, research, talk to your cosmetology school teachers. They'll be able to help you out if they're as fabulous as my educators were. And really just do your own homework, but don't burn yourself out, okay? So just make sure that you're getting all the fundamentals in and doing your additional studying at home. Ooh, I already knew this, and no one had to tell me this because I knew from my prior career path, but you will be told that social media is super important, and you'll be told that it's important to know what type of business model you're going into or what type of business you're gonna be, but you won't be taught about it. You just won't. You won't be taught about it. You won't be taught about social media. You won't be taught how to take pictures, how to post, what images like attract clients, what clients are looking for on social media. You won't be taught any of that. So if you're looking for business related content, do your research, get on YouTube, find other content creators, or hairstylists who are really good at social media. Jamie Dana is the first one that really comes to mind. I really love following her. But yeah, you will be told about how important social media is. You need to be posting this, that, and the other, but you won't be told about it. So just keep that in mind. Start your socials before you get into school so you can start getting used to uploading and doing all that fun stuff, because most likely cosmetology school won't help you with that area. Y'all, I wish someone had told me this. Selling matters. Even if you're in cosmetology school, selling matters. Remember that first thing I told you? That this career costs money and also the school wants your money, but they don't expect you to graduate? Girl, if you are selling products, if you are a student that's really into the cosmetology career path, you're taking it really seriously, I highly, highly suggest getting comfortable with selling products, because that will be a supplemental way to add to your services income. So just keep that in mind. That is something I did not know before. I consider myself, I don't like selling. I like educating people, and that is a great way to sell. But I don't like being saleswoman-y, whatever. So just keep that in mind. Selling does matter. The school does care about how much money they are getting from you and all the students in the building. So just keep that in mind. Everybody wants your money. Try and keep it in your pocket. This one's super important. I had several people tell me this, several educators. You get out of cosmetology school what you put into it. If you don't show up, if you are always late, if you're never prepared, you don't bring your kit, if you're not paying attention, you will not have a good cosmetology school experience. And I know this firsthand from seeing some of my other classmates really fumble during their time at Aveda. I personally had nothing else better to do. So during my time, my 1,500 hours at Aveda Dallas, I literally poured everything that I possibly could into Aveda, because I knew that the more I put into it, the more I would get out. Thankfully, all of that hard work has come to fruition. I'm a licensed curl specialist. I specialize in curly hair and makeup. It honestly is a dream come true, but it took a lot of hard work, determination, showing up when I honestly did not want to show up. You really have to decide early on in your career if this is worth it for you, because if you're just gonna half-ass it, honestly, just leave. It's gonna be much easier for the educators to deal with it. The school will have your money like they wanted, and those clients won't have to suffer through you kind of hating your life in Cosmo school. So keep that in mind. You get out what you put in. And yeah, that's really it. If any of these were helpful for you, or if you are kind of surprised at the things that no one told me or that you might have learned today, let me know in the comments. Cosmetology school honestly was one of the most challenging, strenuous things I have ever done in my life, like ever. And I had a spinal fusion at 21, so like I've been through some shit, right? It literally was so challenging every single day, showing up, learning something new that you may not want to do like in the future, but you need to know it for state board, dealing with clients, whether they're super kind or not so kind at all, because those do show up at Cosmo school. It was insane. I am a totally different person after experiencing cosmetology school at Aveda, Dallas. There are realizations that I had about myself and about other people. And if you are very serious about cosmetology, if you're passionate, pursue it. Pursue it. It is going to change your life. You will be changed for the better. And I can only wish you guys the best of luck. If this video was helpful for you, please leave a like or a comment, and I'd love for you to share it. And I hope to see you soon.